Hello and welcome back to Oxygen Not Included. And we are on cycle 31. We are going to do a bit more. We are going to do a bit more like work on the sleeping areas. Why are you doing that? Why? Why? Stop that! Is it because the digging is a 5? No. Or is it? I don't like this, but I do other stuff than the stuff I want them to do. But whatever. Not something I can massively impact, but hopefully they will. If they can get this done, please get it done. Please. Yeah, I do have, I do need one more duplicant. I really do need one more. At this point, I do need one more. So let's dig that out, and I'm going to choose. We don't want another farming, we don't want another operating, or rather operating is not necessarily super good, but mouth breather is one of the worst traits there is. Night owl is whatever. Unconstructive means you can't build, but that's it. It means you can dig and do a bunch of other stuff. And he's a caregiver. He has a trait of caregiver, but he doesn't have medicine as an interest. Yeah, these two are super bad, so I'm just going to take the oxalite, which is just free oxygen. Excavation means the digging attribute. Oh, 7. He's actually quite good. Right, he has mole hands, which means his digging is actually increased. Right. So we have the water sieve. That's good. Let's see if there's anything else. Right, I did say we should do the hazard protection, and yeah, I will do that one. Then I will do the fine art and smart home research. Yeah, come on, dig. No dig. All right. Now you will dig, right? Yeah. Good. And the cycle is over. Yeah, this much digging and building is going to take a while. And I do want to have this built up completely before I actually start digging into this area here. Yeah. Could just dig this one up because illumination won't actually do anything for it. We could do that. That way we actually get a blossom seed. Yeah, and the amount of food we have is really good. We have absolutely no problems with that. And yeah, the increase in skills is going along nicely. We have a 90% skill leveling percentage. If you get it up to 10, you basically have 100%, which is normal. If I interpret the numbers correctly, I'm not sure if it's like if it has a default speed and then it's multiplied by the skill, because reading this it looks like it's plus 90% skill leveling, which means it's like whatever default times 0.9, which means it's actually slower than the default, but it could also mean it's 190%, which means it's 1.9 default speed. So it's actually 90% faster. In this case, there's not much information you can deduce from the game. But generally, like the higher your attribute is, the better. That's basically the only thing you can take from that. Is the higher your attribute is, the better it is. Right, how's the oxygen looking? It's okay. Yeah, and the reason why I actually have parts like cut off with walls and doors, and I'm using the manual airlocks, is because the pneumatic door doesn't block. It lets like gases through, so if you have oxygen it will go to the other side of the door, or if you have hydrogen it will leak out, for example. So if you wanted to keep, let's say, the chlorine like in here and not leak out, but you wanted to go in there, you need to use a manual airlock instead of this kind of door, because if you have this door it would just bellow out through the door. And the reason why I actually cut off, so I'm not leaking oxygen and having to spend resources to keep oxygen where it's not necessary. So yeah, that's the reason why, to be honest. And it seems the building is coming along, which is good. What are you doing? Right, whatever. And the next cycle. Hopefully the next time we get some printables, like duplicants or care packages or something, we can actually get some what do you call it? some duplicants, which is worth taking. You probably can't be super picky, but the ones I have been like offered is no way near good enough. Like, no way I'm going to take them if they're not like remotely good enough. Like, if they're not like acceptable, I won't take them, because you are basically stuck with them forever. You can get rid of duplicants by killing them off, but yeah, you don't really want to do that, because if a duplicant die, if I remember correctly, the last time it happened was quite some time since it happens for me, but if I remember correctly, everyone else gets a negative modifier because someone in the colony died, if I'm not wrong. But yeah. Let's see here. We have the carpet tile and we have the textile loom. The textile loom is actually something which you need to do, like you need to have if you want to build clothes. If you want to make clothes of some sort, you need to have the textile loom. But to actually build it, you need refined metals, which means you need to have a rock crusher and some kind of metal which you can make into refined metal. Let's see, Gossman, you now have but I could do the astronomy to get more there, but and I don't want to do plumbing. I'm actually going to not allocate the skill points from now on. And we are getting a bunch of polluted water. The negative of having this as polluted water is that food poisoning grows on polluted water. So if you have one germ, one food poisoning germ in polluted water, it will grow a lot. You will get so much germs, it's insane. Yeah, the ice, which we actually got a really long time ago, is still down there. It's at minus 19.2 degrees Celsius. I'm a sensible guy, so I know Celsius and not Fahrenheit. Very few places in the world which uses Fahrenheit to this in this day and age. But anyway, you can actually, if I remember correctly, you can set you can set the temperature units to be Celsius, Kelvin or Fahrenheit. And you can change it on the fly. I think it's too bad you can't choose everything, or rather you can't choose multiple. For example, having Kelvin and the temperature unit you're used to, be it Fahrenheit or Celsius, well, whichever, combined with Kelvin, Because Kelvin is something which is used in the game. And yeah, it would actually be quite good if you could do that, but I think it's a mod which enables that. I'm not sure it's compatible with the latest update, but if I remember correctly, I actually saw that mod not long ago. And we have new printables. Please, please, please. Okay, irritatable bowels is actually really bad, but we have this one which has building and decorating as interests. That's good. Mary here has interior decorator, which means she's skewed towards creativity and artwork, which is good because one of her interests is actually decorating, which is to create artwork. So we are actually going to say, welcome Mary to the colony. And we will need to... No, not like that. A cot. And what we will have to do this. And let's just super quickly look over the priorities here. We have Mary decorating. You're actually the only one which is allowed to do decorating. Going to be at the normal one. Everyone else is going to have their shot off because they are super bad at it. Farming, it's turned off. Ranching is turned off. I'm actually going to turn off ranching for everyone else because they don't have an interest or any skill in it. She's going to have building up because hers is actually the best one and she has an interest in it. And I'm going to put one up into decorating, so she's more inclined to do that before anything else. Same with Ren's. Let's check your bio. Your personal interest is cooking, building, and supplying. So supplying and building. And this is what I usually do this to get the people that has a personal interest in something to do whatever they have a personal interest in, so they get more skill points quicker. Because if you do the job you have an interest in, you actually gain more XP towards the next skill point quicker. So the overall XP for the next skill points is higher than if you did something else that you didn't have an interest in. So this is just to ensure. And Gossman has tidying. No, you're not supplying, you're not storing. You do have an interest in tidying. We're going to put that one. You have an interest in farming, and that's it. I do have him into digging because he has mole hands. And that's only... And I usually have... if they have a good enough skill or attribute, like they have Rubus excavation skill is 7, which means it's the absolute highest one out of all of them, I will put them on a higher priority, so they prioritize doing that before anything else. This will force them to recalculate a bit, so... And we do need to get rid of this one. And we will get rid of this one. We actually can get up and jump across. There we go. Research complete. Skill points earned, which is Mary. And we are going to put that into... Are we going to put it into building first, or should I... No, I'm going to put it into decorating, but you will not be... What I'm going to do is actually turn off decorating, because you're not allowed to decorate anything unless you can do masterworks. I really don't like anything else. Let's build this one so we all have beds. At the very least. And we could actually remove one. So if we then do Ruby and we have Mary. This way everyone has a place to sleep. And we are slowly but surely moving up to this area where we will sleep. I will remove the rest of them. And this and this. And at this point I will remove this wall. I have actually made this top section. More or less it's done. It's not completely done, but almost. And we are on cycle 35 and it's getting along. We will sooner or later get and we can move this one. That's Gossman. Let's do this. And that's Ren, so we can do this. And now everyone is moved up here. No one is sleeping down here anymore, which is really good. And we have space for 2 more. If we find someone which is acceptable. Mary was actually the first one which was like acceptable enough and didn't have like contradicting interests and like traits. So yeah, let's see here. How is... Yeah, since we are digging out a bunch of stuff here, we do need to make more oxygen. We are going to put a door in there. Are going to remove these 2. And at this point, yeah, what we will do, I'm going to, here we go, and let's see, it's furniture. I hate it gets when it's like stops showing for some reason. If I'm not sure why, but sometimes like the ghost of whatever you want to place just disappears and you have to basically go out of the menu and go in and click it again. It's annoying. But I'm going to put up six. Sorry. Wrong letter there, but when speaking English, it's definitely the wrong letter for saying 6, but in my language it's actually the correct way of saying it, but whatever. It's the correct letter as well. Yeah. But anyway, we're going to have 6 of them. We are going to put them up there, and we are getting along to the point where we can actually build this whole arrangement where we pump this water over here. And yeah, there's a long way over to where the mess tables are, but I will probably move this once this water is gone. I will move the ration box over here. So yes, there's a bit of like walk from this outhouse to the mess table on that, but it won't be like a super long way around. So hopefully we will fix this. Let's see, it's dirt. Yeah, and it is dying on solid, so as long as this dirt isn't used for quite some time, it should be fine. Yeah, now they are actually getting to building this, which means I could just put it up to 5. Forcing it to be built a little bit faster. I'm going to get rid of this up here as well. Making it so that the air flows a bit better. And I will make the battery be built before a bunch of other stuff, because yeah, it's probably one of the most annoying things when you haven't built the battery and then they start using the manual generators to make whatever it is connected to run. So yeah. A bit annoying since there's carbon dioxide down here, so they're gonna have to hold their breath. But whatever. And yeah, they will get wet, which will increase the stress a bit. They will complain it's a bit cold, but it's not that cold really. Yeah, and we will pump basically all of this water, every single bit of water over here, into here. Come on. Keep on. There we go. And that should mean that we have actually done everything. Should put this at 30% as well. 30%, there we go. This means we should be able to designate a bunch of stuff to be hauled. And yes, this will take some time. This will take a lot of time to complete and finish. But it will be so worth it. And once this cycle is over, we will call this episode. It's actually quite nicely timed. Not perfect, but yeah, it's a bit of a run over here. From here to here, it's quite a long way. So moving the ration box over to the right side would be a smart move. But with that, we are going to call this episode, and we are coming along. There's a bunch of sweeping to do, and once they start sweeping, I will actually show why I have this set up over here. Why there's a bit of water here. I will explain why. In the next episode, we will go over why we have this. Probably they will start sweeping this cycle. So in the next episode, we will look into why we have built this little bit over here as we have built it. So with that, thanks for watching, goodbye, and I hope I'll see you in the next one.